Guys, Witzpicks is finally back. UFC Vegas 118. Alright, this is a banger card. Bilal is a lock, but we'll get into that later. We're back, bro. We're gonna give you the locks. We're going 100% this week because Brendan Allen and Bilal will secure it. Let's go to the first fight, bro. Matt, first fight.
Welcome back, guys. Witzpicks is here to bless you guys once again with the free money. Sorry we weren't there last week. Got some technical difficulties thanks to my partner right here. But we're here and we're back, and we're about to make some bread for this card and the White House. First fight on the fucking card, you fucking imbecile retards. We have Jordan Faggotry Leave It, Male Stripper Leave It, versus Joe Anderson, Dan Ige Motherfuck Brito. Guys, this is an easy pick. We have a gay stripper versus an actual UFC Brazilian mastermind. So we're going to take Joe Anderson Brito at minus 200, which is, in my opinion, one of the biggest locks. Leave It fraud checked Yadier Delval in his last fight by sitting on his face for 3 rounds, and that won't happen to Joe Anderson Brito. Brito is actually solid, in my opinion. We cashed on him in his last fight. Good striker, good submissions, and he's going to get the job done. Benji, what are your thoughts, my boy?
Guys, I know exactly how this is gonna go. Joe Anderson Brito, he can knock him out. He can also submit him because he has crazy submissions, and Jordan Leavitt basically only loses by submission. And Brito is just basically better at everything, and his fight with Diego Lopez should tell you everything you need to know about Brito and how he's a lock. Joe Anderson Brito is going to be one of the three locks of this card. All right, that's it.
Easy money, you guys. We're gonna make you guys. As you guys know, we are skipping every single women's fight. Shout out to all the women's fighters fighting on this card, but we will not be going betting on you guys or doing anything because this is a REIT behavior. We're gonna go with the second real fight on the card. We have Edgar Chairez versus Bruno Silva. Guys, in my opinion here, Bruno Silva is a great pick. I wouldn't consider him an insane lock because Edgar Chairez did fight like shit in his last fight. Still pulled out a split decision win against Felipe Boons, whose ass, in my opinion, pretty sure he got cut. And Bruno Silva on the same card fought Charles Johnson, beat him in my opinion, and won his fight before that against Hoin Sung Park, or one of those Asian fighters that has zero wrestling, with a good submission win. Silva is a little older, but we're gonna take him. I think he's a solid pick at the odds. It's solid to bet on, but be wary. He won't be in every parlay, but Bruno Silva's the pick. What are your thoughts?
Yes, Bruno Silva is the pick, and I think he is levels above Bunez, and Bunez almost beat Chairez. So I think
Low key
Bruno,
beat. I think it was a lucky split decision, but
yeah, low key, like, I think Bruno Silva is just going to be a little better and he's going to get the 29-28 easy decision win over Chairez.
yep, good easy pick there, guys. Next fight here. I want to see you really excited about this next fight. Um, we have John Yanis versus Marcus McGee. Guys, I'm a fan of Marcus McGee, but I do think John Yanis is gonna pull off the upset at insane plus 400 odds. Now, I will tell you guys, I would predict Marcus McGee to win this fight, but I think it's a 50-50 fight, and I think Yanis is going to get the job done. And at these odds, he's fighting house money. I like John Yanis. I think he's an incredible striker. He has zero wrestling, but he fought a wrestler in Jamie C. Raj from UFC Canada and chinned him right away. And I think his boxing is amazing. He's only had 2 fights in the UFC, and I think he's honestly quite underrated. And Marcus McGee, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is very overrated. I think he's old, and I think he had a solid first round against Piotr Jan, the champion, but He doesn't really have any good wins after that. And I think John Yanis is going to give him problems, and it's going to be a super close fight. I think I'm going to go with John Yanis by split decision for my pick. Benji, what are your thoughts?
Guys, I actually did a good amount of tape study on John Yanis, and John Yanis is the pick here because he fought my boy Austin Bashi. All right, that dude is an insane wrestler, and he submitted Yanis, but Marcus McGee, I don't think McGee can do that, bro. I think Yanis could definitely chin him miraculously upset, and dude, I could see Yanis actually chinning McGee. So, dude, this is a great pick. Plus 400, right?
Yup, plus 400 dog. We're going to be slamming that. Holy shit. Next fight, guys. We have also an interesting fight here. We have Alexandro Costa versus Matt Schnell. Pretty straightforward. We're going with Costa by submission, probably in the first round. Schnell's in my opinion. And Costa's gonna coast through it. My opinion. What are your thoughts on this one?
I honestly, I originally thought Costa was just gonna get an easy submission, but I think he'll win a decision here, Costa, because Schnell can actually defend the submissions pretty well. So, Costa 30-27, pretty easy, minus 600 for a reason. Yeah.
Oh, he's really minus 600.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But some of these rounds
He is minus
bets,
600. This is easy.
yeah, dude.
Costa minus 600. That's fucking easy as hell. Anyways, next fight on the card, guys, and this is probably going to be the best fight you guys have ever watched. And we're going to make a full TikTok about this fight. But we have Junior Tafa versus Iwo Beranutski, guys, or Baranetsky, as John Anik likes to say his name. 8-0 Iwo versus 7-5 Junior Tafa. Guys, I have a lot to say about this fight. Number one, we're huge fans of both these fighters. We've cashed on both these fighters multiple times. And Iwo is a part of the greatest fight in UFC history against Ibo Aslan. If you guys haven't seen that, it is the greatest 2 minutes and 30 seconds of UFC clip you'll ever lay your eyes on. It'll make you understand that the UFC is the greatest thing to ever touch this planet, that MMA is the greatest sport to ever exist. You guys will understand because you'll feel so fucking good you want to run through a wall when you watch that fight, Iwo versus Ebo. But in my opinion, this fight is going to be even better because I'll tell you why exactly. Number one, Junior Tafa, in my opinion, would be the light heavyweight champion if there was zero wrestling involved. Junior Tafa has the craziest hands in this division besides Alex Pereira and maybe the champion Carlos Ulberg. Junior Tafa has gotten a knockdown in every single fight he's even lost, and the only reason he's lost is by submission. He has decent takedown defense, but horrible jiu-jitsu. The worst jiu-jitsu in the UFC by far ever. But this is why I'm telling you guys all this. Iwo Baranutski, 2 fights in the UFC, 2 first-round finishes by knockout, zero grappling. Now, Iwo has used his grappling on the regional scene. We did a lot of tape study on Iwo, and we thought he was going to get a submission against Ibo Aslan. That's how we picked him. We didn't think he was going to knock out Ibo Aslan, but when you come to the UFC, you get in love with those hands and you get in love with that knockout. And I think if he stands up with Junior Tafa, he will get knocked down and most likely finished by Junior Tafa. Tafa pretty much knocked out Billy Elikana, who's a solid and very, very good fighter in this division. They didn't call the fight off thanks to fucking Jason Herzog, and he got submitted at the end of it. But I don't think Ewo's going to be able to do that too. I think Ewo's too in love with his hands, and at plus 250, I think Junior Tafa is an incredible, incredible pick. And yeah, shout out Junior Tafa, Witzpicks affiliate. I love Ewo, but even if you guys don't want to bet on this fight, bro, enjoy the fucking fight. It's going to be fucking fireworks. Benji, sorry for yapping my ass off. What are your thoughts?
Alright, listen, you little retards, okay? You'll understand why UFC and MMA is the greatest sport of all time when Junior Tafa puts him out cold. Alright? Because Iwo, he has wrestling, he has some submission wins in the regional scene, so he could get a submission win, but he's retarded. And he's gonna strike with Tafa. Like that's just what these MMA fighters do, bro. They go out of their way to have low IQ. So, they're gonna strike, Tafa's gonna put him out cold, and you're gonna come back to this clip. Alright. That's it. Tafa by KO.
Yes, sir. I'm honestly so hyped for that fight. Anyways, next fight, guys, we have the Nazi himself. Fuck this piece of fucking shit. Bryce Mitchell versus Santiago Luna. Guys, we do not fuck with this Nazi fucking propaganda that Bryce Mitchell, dumbass, bitch ass motherfucker, is spreading around, bro. We don't understand why someone that thinks there's a flat earth should be inside the UFC, and that's how we fade him every single fight. Santiago Luna, in my opinion, 8-0 for a reason. Easy money in his last fight. We cashed on him. He's the pick at plus money, which is a donation. And I'm hyped for you guys to take that. Benji, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Santiago Luna is a real prospect, and he could be up there with the top ranked guys eventually. And Bryce Mitchell's not a top ranked guy, in my opinion. Um, yeah, Luna has wrestling and striking. So, we're going with the underdog, that undefeated prospect. We're going with the prospect because, this could be a bad decision, but gotta bet against Bryce Mitchell. He's such a retarded dude, and yeah, Luna's amazing prospect. That's it. Plus 105, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking peak, guys. That's amazing. Next fight on the card, we have Farah Ziam versus Tom Nolan. Guys, Tom Nolan is decent, but Farah Ziam, in my opinion, is a levels above him. I think Nazim Sadiakov is actually a good fighter, and Farah Ziam put him out with ease. And I think Farah Ziam is easily the pick. I think he's better everywhere.
Yeah,
Pretty straightforward thoughts.
I think Faraz Ziam will get a submission, but I actually really think Tom Nolan is really, really good. So this could be an insane fight, but I just don't see Tom Nolan winning. Ziam's like another level. Tom Nolan can pull an upset, bro. That's why Ziam's not one of the big locks on the card, but he should get the win. He's really
Or
good.
no, I would honestly, I would disagree. I actually
Bro,
think Ziam is
Tom
a
Nolan
big
I
loss.
think is really good.
But I don't know. I don't know. I think Ziam is really good, and I think he's underrated as fuck. I don't know why he's getting an unranked guy, me personally. But anyway, speaking of unranked guys, let's talk about the next fight, guys. The co-main event of the evening: Brendan Allen versus Edmund Shabazian. Doesn't make sense to me how Brendan Allen goes out and beats Rainier DeRitter after that huge win streak, gets dominated the first round, as we know, but then comes back and dominates him, and the coach has to throw in the white towel. Pretty straightforward fight. Brendan Allen's a solid, very, very solid grappler in the middleweight division, and Shabazian's a good striker, but people forget, man, he's a little old. Like he's not that young anymore. What is he? 28 years old. I mean, he's not a prospect. People thought it was, oh, this guy's a becoming prospect, whatever. Not really. Like I just think that Brendan Allen is better everywhere. We saw him dominate Marvin Vittori, saw him dominate Randy DeRitter, and I think they're both better than Edmund Shabazian, in my opinion. And I think they would beat Edmund Shabazian. So Brendan Allen's the pick. I feel like that's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I think he's a lock too, in my opinion. But what are your thoughts, Benji?
Yeah, so I know Brendan Allen's gonna win this fight because, honestly, in my opinion, I think Brendan Allen should be minus 500. Like, there's such a big chance that he just submits Edmund Shabazian in the first round.
Yeah.
But honestly, Brendan Allen's like he's not that good, but I think he's way better in the grappling than Shabazian. So that's just the thing. But Brendan Allen, I think him and DeRitter. if that fight was at 205, I actually think the Ritter wins that because the Ritter was just drained, skinny, like boars. It was just not good. So, dude, Brendan Allen should be minus 500 for sure taken in most of your parlays. That's it.
Yep, yeah, it's a good take. And we're on to the main event of the evening, guys. And this will be the last fight before the glorious White House event. And I know you guys are excited because we will have a special guest coming on our show for the White House event, and we'll have that video out bright and early for you guys so you guys can see the fucking locks. Anyways, main event of the evening, guys. We have Bully Bilal, remember the name, can't remember the name, Muhammad versus Gabriel Bonfim. My opinion, this is honestly a very straightforward fight. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Bilal Muhammad, um, but he did go toe to toe with JDM and lost 3-2 in his title fight. And people are thinking that JDM dominated him, and he did fight decently well against Ian Gary. Um, so I think Bilal is still good, and I don't think Bonfim is that good. I mean, what are his wins? Randy Brown, a robbery win against Steven Thompson. That's pretty much it. Like
Yeah,
that's all the wins that he has. And he lost to Nicholas Dalby. Like, listen, I don't know why it's pretty much a pick 'em, in my opinion. I think Bilal's easy. I think his takedowns are gonna, trump over everything. I think he has Canelo hands. Um, he went toe to toe with JDM in the striking, just pretty much boxing each other. And I don't think Bonfim would lose to JDM right away, even though I mean JDM did he's on a little skid, but he would still destroy Bonfim. I still think Bilal is pretty decent. I think he doesn't get this job done and show some levels in the wrestling and honestly on the feet too. And I think it's going to be low key domination. And I think Bilal's a great pick. And I think he's a great pick. So we're gonna go with Canelo hands as the final pick. Benji, finish it off.
all right, guys, listen. In my opinion, this is the biggest lock on the card in the main event. Below Muhammad, he's the biggest lock on the card, bro. I think 50-45, Bonfim does not get around. Bilal, it will not go on the ground because Bilal will not be on his back. Like, what is this? Bilal never on his back. Um, so it's gonna be on the feet. Bilal is just gonna mix it up, bro. He like this is just gonna be like the Aljo versus Zalal. That's literally what it's gonna be like. 50-45. Bilal's such a lock, and he should be minus 300 instead of even odds. Like it's insane. So, guys, three biggest locks on the card, in my opinion. Parlay these three for free money. Bilal, Brendan Allen, who train together, who corner each other. Back to back, they're going to have momentum. And then Joe Anderson Brito on the prelims. All right. For sure, lock. Parlay those. Matt, do you agree?
Yeah, I think that's perfect in my opinion. I think those are great picks. And guys, we're here to bless you guys because we didn't get blessed and we have to do hella research. But we're still here grinding. I have a fucking broken arm, just got surgery on this fucking bitch ass thing a couple days ago, and I'm still here grinding for you guys. We're both doing research, still in different places, and we're excited for the White House card. We will be watching that together, and we'll be really excited to make money. But before that card, we have this low key stacked Apex card, I will have to say. I think they did cook with this Apex card. Emanol Rodriguez was supposed to be on this card too against Match but he had to pull out. Um, so that's why Costa went in. But guys, we got a packed summer ahead of us. We have the White House card. We have Roundtree versus Ankalaev. We have the return of the Mac. We probably have Islam versus Ian Gary, and we probably have Volk versus Movsar Evloev. So we have a stacked card here, stacked summer, and we're here gonna be giving you guys the three fucking locks. Let's fucking